It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at the Golden One Center in downtown Sacramento. Tonight, it's the Sacramento Kings taking on the Utah Jazz. Utah begins the game with the basketball. Rubio over to the right side. 5 to shoot for Utah. Joe Ingles. Mitchell. No good. That's great defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Buddy Hield, born scorer from the Bahamas.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Rubio. They get it down to Gobert. Good look that time.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Just remember an old saying here. You're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in. So it's time to get going.
De'Aaron Fox to Hield. From long range, he made his first effort, but not that time.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Kings with the ball. De'Aaron Fox. Here's a chance from long range. Now that's a contest. Here's Rubio up top. Leads just a point. Favors to Joe Ingles. Favors to Joe Ingles. The Jazz with 4 on the shot clock. Bogdanovic rejects it. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Rubio into the front court. Down by 1. Short jumper off the mark. To Fox. You've got to get that one to go.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Ricky Rubio missed his first. That one goes. Fox across the timeline. They trail by 1. Utah ball. Runner's good there.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Nothing going here on that drive. De'Aaron Fox to Hield. Lets it fly from long range. He'll force that one. No good. Joe Ingles. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start dragging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
De'Aaron Fox. Gets to the basket and scores.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit them where it hurts.
Now whistle and a timeout for Utah as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Subbing in for the Jazz, number 22.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Farrell can't connect.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Ricky Rubio. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
Ricky's never really been the guy to look for his shot first, though he did average a career high in points per game last season, and it all starts with that blow-by first step that sets up his opponent.
Mitchell with the basketball. Up 6. Deep 2 there, won't go. Three seconds is the call.
For the Kings.
And a putback slam.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
Derek Favors snatching it out of the air. Deep 3 at the buzzer. First quarter's complete. The Jazz out in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Fox with it. Down 8. To Randolph. The big fella, Zach Randolph. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Here comes the screen. And count the basket inside.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Free throws up and perfect.
Shoot it!
Gets a look. Can't hit. Count the basket.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Mitchell with it up top. Up by 3. And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Into the game for the Jazz, number 3, Ricky Rubio.
Rubio. The pass set it all up.
Probably option 3 right there in the court, but every player is a threat. No excuse for that easy bucket.
De'Aaron Fox to Bagley. Can't connect from in close. Here's Rubio into the front court. Up 5. Slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
De'Aaron Fox down to Cauley Stein. Count the basket at the rim.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Rubio to Gobert. Oh!
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Count the bucket for 2.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
To Gobert. Willie Cauley-Stein. Tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
In scores.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
To Gobert. Rubio.
In the second quarter.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. If he's hitting shots, it could be a long night.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Easy path to the rim.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Jazz will take a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, we used to talk about it all the time. I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Number 15, Derek Favors.
Rubio. 4-3. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Into the front court. It's Fox. Down 2. Trying to cash in. Great pass to set it up. Ricky Rubio. 4 out of 7.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
De'Aaron Fox to Bagley. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Marvin Bagley at the line. Misses the first. Knocks down the second after missing the first. It's Jazz ball. Favors. Gets it in the right corner. Curling inside. Driving's Rubio, but he can't get it to fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jarring is only going to escalate.
Fox bothered just enough on that one. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
To Rubio. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. No good. Defense catching a break there.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
And he throws it down. Rudy Gobert with the slam. Going to launch beyond the arc. He was all over him. He'll let one fly from half court. So the difference, 3 points as we've reached the break. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Jazz are in a close game thus far. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Utah Jazz. The Kings are keeping things exciting in a close matchup. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Sacramento Kings.
Game track. Bench points.
What I found interesting about that half of basketball is how the momentum stayed high even when the substitutions started coming into the game. These guys coming off the bench, from both benches actually, are doing a great job of making positive contributions.
Player of the half.
Gobert has been incredible around the basket, doing everything necessary to dominate on the boards.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half.
We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started. Give me stamps. He's coming. Give me stamps. Got him. I got him.
De'Aaron Fox. For 3. Buries it.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Rubio. Here comes the screen. To Rubio. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Just off the mark. To Hield. Fires the 3. Bogdanovich is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 84% free throw shooter. Nope. First one does not go. It's the second. One more coming. Utah's got it. Rubio to Gobert. Rudy Gobert. He's 3 for 7.
The true measure of Rudy Gobert comes on the defensive end. He was all-NBA defensive first team and was tied for the lowest opponent field goal percentage at 43%. You ain't getting by that.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Donovan Mitchell, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 80% at the line. First one goes down. And he makes them both. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
De'Aaron Fox trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 72%. And he converts on the free throw. Jazz have the ball. Over to the right side. Rubio to Gobert. Willie Cauley-Stein with a piece. That's his third block this evening.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Ricky Rubio. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 83% free throw shooter. First one, counted. And gets both to drop at the line.
Shot, boy.
De'Aaron Fox to Bagley. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Oh, he can't connect. Here's Rubio up top. His guys now down by a point. He cruises in for 2. Too easy.
For any fans out there that thought Donovan Mitchell didn't put any stock into the fact that he was not the Rookie of the Year, you are wrong. Donovan Mitchell is that type of guy that uses everything in his power to fuel him to be the best on the court each and every day. If that was a campaign he built with Adidas, rookie question mark, it doesn't matter. That perceived failure is something that will only make this kid better tomorrow.
De'Aaron Fox to Hield. Fires the 3. He'll force that one. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Fox into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. And count the basket.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
In the game for Utah, number 15, Derek Favors.
Driving's Rubio, but he can't get it to fall. To Hield. From long range. Not getting the bounce. Utah with the possession. Rubio, deep left corner. To Rubio. Ingles with a shot, no good. To Hield. Here's a chance from long range. Knocks it down and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to make a shot after getting fouled, that's big time.
Buddy Hield with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 86% from the line. Count it at the line. Grayson Allen. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. To Hield. Lets it fly from long range. That's good D. Shot no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Knocked loose. Kings come up with it. Randolph. Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. To Randolph. Gets it in the left corner. Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Stuffs it down with authority.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Had a chance, but it's no good. Desperation shot here from half court. Third quarter comes to an end. Jazz have the lead. It's Utah basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. We thought based on this matchup, this could be a one-sided affair. But oh, Jay, this has been a tight contest.
Yeah, they got the lead, but they've really had to work for it. And sometimes when you think you're going to have an off night and win the game by 20, that's when you find yourself in this league in those dog fights.
Mitchell. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Has a chance. Jumper's good.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
Got it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't connect. Great defense, forcing the miss. Mitchell with the basketball. His guys now trailing by a point. Here comes the screen. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Jazz pick it up. And scores. Now a whistle. It's going to be a timeout for Sacramento. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one remaining.
And this is where habits come into play. Players think they can turn that switch on and off at their beckoning call, but it doesn't work that way. That's why coaches talk about practicing good habits on a daily basis, because they show up in the fourth.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. De'Aaron Fox. Going to launch beyond the arc. Textbook defense. Rubio into the front court. Leads one. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Jay Crowder at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Unable to connect on the free throw. To Hield. For three, Buddy Hield. Born scorer from the Bahamas.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Driving's Rubio, but he can't get it to fall. To Bagley. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Marvin Bagley at the line for two shots. He struggled so far. Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. Here's Rubio into the front court. His group now down 2. Here comes the screen. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
De'Aaron Fox. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Willie Cauley-Stein. Couple of free throws on the way. Career mark of 64%.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream.
First try, no good. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Utah ball. To Favors. Couldn't keep it in. Off Derek Favors.
I'm playing as the Sacramento Kings. Yeah, I'm playing as
Fox
Sacramento.
across the timeline. His team up by 1.
Sacramento
Rudy Gobert sends it away.
Blocking so many
So
shots
2-0.
only gives your perimeter that much more
Sacramento's up in the
confidence
series. This
to
is game
really
3.
apply more pressure.
Sacramento already leading.
Too much contact. Free throws on the way.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that
Yeah.
being called in a close game.
Sacramento,
Sometimes you
California.
just gotta let them play, ref.
De'Aaron Fox. He's got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Mitchell with it up top. His guy's down 3. Five to shoot for Utah. The screen sets him up for 2.
The defense should have picked up on that action. That's going to cost them.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
De'Aaron Fox trying to cash in on a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw's good. It's a 3-point play. And more importantly, it means this is a 2-possession game. Here's Rubio up top. He'll run the offense.
Clutch mode. You know it's straight clutch mode on
To
Utah.
Gobert. And stuffs it
I
home.
would say Utah is the better team.
We call that get
But
your
I
money
take
and put it in the
underdog
bank.
teams and I make them pretty good, you know. But I
De'Aaron
would say
Fox.
Utah is the no, Janet.
It's Jazz ball.
I would say Utah would be considered the better team. But
Driving right to the
Sacramento, I think, is
basket.
just as good.
And draws the foul.
I'm watching the
Sacramento,
coach's reaction right
teams are
now,
the
and I'll tell you,
underdogs.
he's not going to be happy about
Utah
that.
will be the top
game
dog
comes
team.
down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Ricky Rubio at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. First try at the line.
I'm
no
going
good.
with team like I'm going for Sacramento. I'm going for Sacramento to take the lead, to win this, to go up 3-all. But
Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a
I could
1-2
be
trip.
wrong, but this is a tight one here.
Fox
Utah has
with
been
it.
down.
Leads just a point.
They've been down the whole game, you know.
They've been down the whole game, Utah.
5 on the shot clock for Sacramento to Bagley. Nice pass
let's
to
go.
get things going.
Let's go.
It's so difficult to block a
Sacramento
guy
coming up
like that
big
with that
against
kind of
Utah.
athleticism and length.
Get
Your
ready to
timing
go up
almost has to
3-0
be
in the
perfect.
series.
But pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Sacramento might knock off Utah Jazz, number 2 seed. Let's see what happens. I'm excited about this. Sacramento Kings coming up big against the Utah Jazz, baby.
Mitchell, and the rebound pulled in by the Kings. And here's an intentional foul. That's free throws. Clock stops with 13 seconds to play.
Ed, what's that old saying? Ruffled feathers do not flock together? Well, actually, I just made that up. But what it means is that play will cause a little havoc. As designed, the team that uses it to galvanize as a unit will have the advantage.
Two for 2 on that trip. Now a whistle and a timeout for Utah. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a 2-possession game. Mitchell, and the rebound corralled by Fox. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to
Thank
draw
you.
up on the
Cool
next
shadow,
play.
no doubt.
Good
Yes,
clock
Sacramento,
management
they're
thus
going to
far.
get this game.
And hits the first free throw.
Sacramento are going up 3-all. They're going up 3-0. They're going up 3-0 on Utah. Sacramento looking for the sweep.
Goes 2 for 2 at the
Looking
line.
to sweep Utah. This is an upset. Sacramento sweeps Utah.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's the Kings who get the victory as they take care of business at home. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Kings finished with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. The statistic that seems to stand out in 3D is their assists. So many of their points were made possible by their team chemistry, and it was great to see. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Sacramento Kings. The Jazz
Just couldn't close this one out.
This loss is sure to be all the more bitter because of how well they shot from beyond the arc. Their percentage from three-point range was outstanding. Check out the leading scores for the Utah Jazz.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Fox read the defense perfectly, and his teammates reaped the benefits with easy baskets.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.